Hi, I'm Gary Lee. Welcome to Trackstack Studio. Today we're going to be looking at CLA Drums by Chris Lord-Alge. He's one of the greatest rock and roll mixers of all time. So this is such a good plugin. If you're just getting started and you don't really understand EQ, compression, noise gates, all that kind of thing, this will just get you a great sound without really knowing too much technical knowledge. Some people say these kind of plugins are just cheating, but I think they're great. If you can get a great sound very quickly, who doesn't want to do that, you know? Plenty of time to learn compression and EQ. This will just get you started. Right, let's dive in. So I've got some live drums I've recorded in my studio. All the faders at 0, no panning going on. So let's just check those out. Right, just a very simple drum recording sound. The first thing we need to do is get a decent level between all the mics. So we'll turn them all down, start with a kick, and then just bring them all up. As for panning, I like my overheads hard right and hard left, and with my rack tom about 25 to the left and a floor tom about 30 something to the right. I like quite a close mic'd drum sound, so I like to keep the overheads in the room pretty low in a mix. Okay, that was a good starting point. So now what we'll do is open up the mixer and load up CLA. So this is the interface. You get to choose if you want to kick, snare, toms, overhead, room, or cowbell. Cowbell is percussion, just all general percussion. So if you've got a shaker, work on that, tambourine, same thing. And then you've got 7 faders in total: input, output, bass, treble, compression, reverb, and a noise gate. So let's get started working on the kick. So you've got 3 different versions as well of each fader: sub, lower, upper, bite, top, roof, push, spank, wall, studio, club, hall. And on the gate you've got soft or hard. And if you press the arrow until the light's gone, that means you turn the track off. So I don't recommend mixing in solo, but just for this example I'll show you what it's doing. So if we want more compression, just crank that up. And these 3, if you go up to wall, that's the highest. I like quite a bit of click on my kick drum. And I won't put too much bass on because I've got a sub kick mic. That'll be adding quite a lot of low end in it. So I won't put much bass on. Treble, a bit of treble. Some people think it's weird to put reverb on a kick drum, but if you think about the room, you're going to get a little bit of natural reverb. So I'd put a tad reverb on it. And the gate should be pretty decent to cutting out all them snare hits. So just the same process now on every track. I'll load this one up on the sub kick, and we'll leave it on kick because it's a sub kick. A sub kick's a very subtle addition, but it's nice to have in there. So I don't want any treble on that. No reverb. You see how much it's actually adding. So much low end in there. It's a really cool way to fatten up your kick, having a sub mic on your kick when you're recording it. Okay, onto the snare drum. So choose snare, and I like quite a trebly snare. I mean, it just sounds pretty good straight away, you know, you don't have to do much for these things. And already we can hear the difference between these three. Let's move on to the overheads. So I'm not going to want any bass in these because I've got plenty of bass coming from my kick and my sub. I'll have a bit of treble, and I'll probably compress them quite hard. Tiny bit of reverb. I don't want any gate because I'm aiming to get everything through, let everything through. It's kind of a personal taste with overheads. You can put reverb on or not, or as much or as little as you want. Sounds cool, so I'm just going to copy that over to the other overhead. And already that sounds really decent. So here's it with everything off. You see how quickly you can get really good results. Right, let's find a section now where there's some toms. That'll do nicely. So we've got a little section where the rack tom and then the floor tom. The floor tom's not very loud actually, so I'll just turn that up. That's better. Okay, so we'll go back to the mixer, upload CLA drums on the rack tom. This time we'll change to tom. I mean, that sounds nice already. I might just leave it like that. Copy that over to the floor tom. Well, that's nice. Push that up to the wall on the compression. Again, some people like a lot of reverb on their floor tom, some people don't, so it's just a complete choice. Now listen to it, is it too bassy? Yeah, I like to hear the attack of the drum on the floor tom, so we'll turn the treble up a bit. Yeah, sounds great. So let's move on to the room mic. Open it up, change this to room. This is how simple this thing makes it for you. And we've already got a lot of bass from our 2 kick drum mics, remember, so we probably won't use any bass. We've got treble from the snare and the overhead, so we won't need too much of that. I love to compress my room mic as much as possible, so I'll turn it up to max and choose wall. Reverb, I mean, you can cover it in reverb or you can have no reverb. It's completely up to you. Depends what kind of drum sound you're going for. Here it is with full reverb. Here it is with no reverb. I'll add a touch of reverb, and we don't want any gate on it because we want to let all the transients through on the room mic. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let me show you a little clip with and without. This is what I'm saying, I like a close drum sound. Let me show you what I mean by that. If we take the overheads out and the room, you'll get this. If you turn them up, you get this. So depending on what drum sound you're going for, it's very important the levels of your overheads and your room mic. I like them in there just for the vibe, so you can get the room. Just about there. If you want to check out CLA Drums, there's a link in the description. It's an affiliate link, so it will help out the channel and it'll be much appreciated. Thanks for watching.